Yeah, so on this question, you should change this to 10C. And remember from the other day, when you have multiple variables in different parts of your equation, so we have C, C, and C here, then we should split this to two equations because we don't have only C in the middle, which would be nice and easy, but we don't. So we're going to have to split this to two equations or two inequalities. So let's write down the first one so you can copy this down. So 5C minus 10 is less than 10C minus 3. So I'll get you to simplify that, and maybe you can put your answer in the chat in the chat here, and I'll check your answer to see if you're getting it correct. If you're not sure, you can just put something in, or you can just wait for me to explain it more. And this one here will be 10C minus 3 less than 7C. Okay, so if you think you know how to do it, you can put your answer down in the number line and give me your final answer in the chat box. So if you do know how to do it and you want to have a go, put your answer in the chat box down here. But if you haven't answered in the chat box, I won't cut any score today for this one because they're a little bit difficult. So if you think you know how to do that, go ahead, simplify first. Okay, that's the first thing you need to do. And then put your answer on the number line. And then you can give me the final answer down here. All right, so have a go at that for a few minutes. And I'll wait for you. You can refer back to question C on the left-hand side there if you're not sure. I got a couple of answers. So if you think you can get the answer, put it in. Okay, anyone else? So if you're not sure, you can watch here. Let's see what you got. If you think you know, put your answer in. And you can check your working. So we want to group the C's onto one side, okay? So you'll have 5C minus 10C less than 10 minus 3. Okay, so 5C minus 10C, negative 5C, less than 10 minus 3 is 7. Now you're dividing by negative 5. So this will cancel. And because you're dividing by this negative number here, remember to change the direction of your sign. So if you do make a mistake, it's most likely going to be here. So C must be greater than minus 7 on 5, which is negative 1 2/5. Okay, C is greater than that. So what we can do is mark that on the number line first. So negative 1 2/5, that's negative 1.4, about here. And C is less than that number. So we need to make a number line or a ray going in that direction. So this is our answer for that part. And now we need to do equation 2. So we're going to have 10C minus 7C must be less than, bring the negative 3 over to be 3. So 10C minus 7C is 3C, less than 3. Divide by 3 now, so we can cancel this 3. So C must be less than 1 for that one. So let's do that one in red. So C is less than 1. Oh, you see my error here? I've got to be going greater than. Just notice that. Greater than. So let's put it in the other direction. Some of you probably saw that. And then, so that's got to be, that's in yellow, greater than. I just realized they can't be going in the same direction for this question. So for C less than 1, well, 1 is here. And we've got to be less than 1. So go in that direction. So we'll do that one in blue. So both equations give you 2 different lines, okay? And then we've got that one there. And we want to see where these 2 lines overlap. So C has got to be more than 1 2/5, negative 1 2/5, but it also has to be less than 1, because this is and. They both have to be true, this and this. And that's only going to happen in the middle, isn't it? In here, where you can join the 2 lines like that. So you should get for your final answer negative 1 2/5 less than X, or less than C would be better because that's our variable is C, less than 1. Okay, so that would be your final answer in green. I'd have to go back and check what you wrote there. Anyway, so that's your answer. And it's done exactly the same way as this question over here. So let's look at question E. Now this is the last one. And I've put the number line down because I know roughly what's going to happen with my working. So given that 2x minus 8 is less than 13, which is less than or equal to 3x minus 10, find the smallest rational value of x. So we're going to need to solve this as normal. So this you know how to do already. We need to simplify this and get a number line first. So do this bit and get the solution on a number line. But then we need to find the smallest rational value of x. Now, I don't know if most of you probably don't know what a rational number is. So let me explain. So our rational number is any number that can be written in the form A on B. So these are going to look like fractions. So A on B, where A and B are integers. So there's another important thing. A and B need to be integers. And if you remember, integers are whole numbers. So integers are like -3, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So these are integers. And any rational number can be written like a fraction like this. So for example, you could have 3 on -2, which is -3 on 2. That's okay. That's rational. You could have 1 on 6, which is rational. You could have 10 because 10 is the same as 10 on 1, isn't it? Which is 10. So whole numbers are rational as well. You could have 6, which is 6 on 1, which is also 12 on 2, isn't it? Okay, so 6 is also rational. So any number you can write like a fraction of integers. But a number like √2 on 1 is an integer, but √2 is not. So this is not rational, not a rational number. It's irrational, actually. Because √2 is not on a number line for whole numbers. So √2 is not in this set here, is it? So √2 is not rational. So keep that in your mind when we do the final answer. Okay, I'll leave it there. If you'd like to copy that down, you can copy it down. Okay, so what I want you to do first is simplify this. I'll give you a couple of minutes. And now you've got x here and x here. So we have to make two equations again. So this one and this one. So you do that first. And I'll give you a few minutes. So try that one. So simplify both and put on the number line. 2x minus 8 less than 13. And 13 is less than or equal to 3x minus 10. So do this like you just did on the last question. And then see if you can find the smallest rational number within your number line that you get in your final answer. Okay, so you do that. I want you to put in the chat box if you think you got your final answer. So this is question E. So smallest rational number equals what? Okay, so in the chat box, you can do that. But I'll give you a few minutes to try it yourself. Okay, but do your number line first. We need to do this number line first. Okay, do that. Okay, any problem simplifying? I'll work on the first one. So you've got 2x less than 13 plus 8. I got one answer, so see if you can do it. 2x less than 13 plus 8, that's 21. And now we divide by 2. So x will be less than 10.5. So this will give you your first ray, your first arrow. So let's go from 10.5 and less than that. So 10.5 is around here. So let's make an arrow going to the left. Okay, and then let's do this one here. Let's highlight this one first. So this is less than 10.5. But then what else has to happen? This one here, we got to see what this inequality is doing. So I'll bring my, it's a couple of ways to do it. I'll bring my 3x over to be negative 3x, less than or equal to negative 10 minus 13. Okay, so then I got negative 3. Let's check everything's all right. Okay, negative 3 less than or equal to negative 23. Now we need to divide by negative 3. Like that. This will cancel. So where's my x? Yeah. X is going to be greater than or equal to 23 on 3. What's that? 3 7s are 21 and 2/3. So x has to be greater than or equal to 7 2/3. Okay, so then we'll put this line on. So 7 2/3 is about here, and greater than or equal to that number. So let's put an arrow in. So that goes in that direction. When you get good at this, we know the area we want is here. So I expect you can just mark it off straight away. So this one goes in this direction. And you can see the blue and the green, the blue and the yellow are mixing to make green. So you know that blue and yellow make green just from this program. And that's what you want. This is the area you're actually interested in, where the two lines are overlapping. You see that? So it's a good idea to draw that when you're doing your questions, because these have to both be true and they're simultaneous equations. And that means they have to both be true. So your final answer then, or part of your final answer will be 7 2/3 less than or equal to x less than 10.5, 10.5, like that. So that's your final part of the number line you're interested in, which is in here, that bit there that I've drawn with the bars. But now the question says, what is the smallest rational value? So what's the smallest fraction in this area here between 7 2/3 less than or equal to x less than 10, 10.5? So the answer must be 7 2/3. Like that, 7 2/3. That's your final answer for this question, 7 2/3. There. So that's the smallest rational number within that range of numbers. If I wanted smallest integer, then the answer would be 8, wouldn't it? 8 would be the smallest integer. 10 would be the largest integer. And if I ask for prime number, 8, 9, 10, there's no prime number in this range here. So if I was asking for prime number, there isn't any. So there would be no solution. So that one there is the smallest integer. And this 10 would be the largest integer if I was asking those questions. Okay, so that's that one there. So let's I think we'll go to the item pool and we'll try some in item pool. Okay, so let's reshare. Who got that actual answer? 7 2/3, yeah, 23 on 3. So some of you got that correct, which is good. Some of you gave me the range, which is fine. You'll get marked for that. So this question would be like 1 mark, 1 mark, 1 mark for your number line, and 1 mark for the final answer. So that's the way I would mark this question. So if you skip any step, you may lose marks, even though you may get the correct answer. Okay, so in the homework, make sure you show the working for that. So let's share the item pool. So get ready with your pencil or your tablet. Let's share the item pool. Where is it? Hold on. I'm going to find my item pool. Screen, it's not that one. Let me just reshare that. I've got to go and find my, hold on. I can't minimize Zoom. Hold on. Internet. All right, there it is. Okay. Sorry, a bit of mucking about with technology here. Yeah. Hold on a second. Should be able to do it now. Yeah, okay. All right, so you can see this now, right? So this is your first question. It's just a simple inequality that I taught you a few lessons ago. So put your answer in as x greater than or equal to. So when you do your answer here, put your answer in as x greater than. If you can do that symbol, that's fine. You can do it like that. But if you can't do that symbol, you'll have to do greater than and then put an equal sign like that. And if it's less than or equal to, then just do it like less than and equal to like that. Same thing. Okay, so try that. Okay, I'll accept your answers now. So see if you can do that one. X something. All right, try that one. Oh, one answer already. It's pretty easy, these ones. So put an answer in because this is your participation score. And we may do this in class as well. So I recommend you bring a tablet. If you don't, then you're going to be working in your textbook all the time and handouts, and the school's given no rule about whether you can use tablet or not. Normally we can because of the situation, so it should be okay. But if you don't have a tablet, it's worth getting one or borrowing one, because we may do some work like this in class, and I can run my computer and run the internet, and I can run Zoom as well in class. So we have the technology, we may as well use it. And the good thing is I can record the lesson. So if we do Zoom in class, you can see it later on when we've, most of it anyway. About 15 answers anymore. So don't be lazy, put an answer in. This can be the thing that will save your score, because now when we go back, we will be doing quizzes. And the quizzes are worth a lot more than this. So it's worthwhile to get your quizzes in. Right, Nelly, ready? Okay, I'll count down again. So if you're not done it, stick something in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8. So all looks a little bit similar, except you're using different symbols and things. Let's have a real quick check. So let's mark on here. So 2x minus 4 greater than or equal to 12. Add 4 to both sides. So 2x is greater than or equal to 16. Divide both sides by 2. Don't change your sign because you're dividing by a positive number. So x greater than or equal to 8. So these all look pretty much okay, except this one should have an equal sign and this one as well. So if you've got an equal sign in your question, you should have an equal sign in your answer. That shouldn't disappear at all, but the sign may change direction, okay? So there's no reason to drop the negative, the equals part. Okay, so that's that one done. Next one. Okay, 2 minus 3x less than 6. Right, try that one. Let's see how quickly we can do them, because we only have 20 minutes. So let's see how far we get. I think we got to about question 6 with the other class. So we might get a little bit further than that. So be careful with the -3 there, because you're going to have to divide by a negative number. So be careful about that. And I'll send you a homework sheet today on this topic. So I really tried to get the about compound inequalities, actually. So get the basics understood. And I'll post there's a couple of videos from the lessons you can review. I'll put on the YouTube as well, so you can review the lesson first. Okay, put your answer in. We got 7 here, and all these are different. I don't know. I think it's the way they read your symbols is not the same, but I don't think there's 10 different answers, is there? Hope not. There's only a few possibilities, and there's only one correct one. Right, shall we count down? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mostly look okay. -4 on 3 seems to be the most common one. And this has no equal sign. You see this student put an equal sign, but there's no equals here. So you could lose a bit of mark for this if your sign is not carried correctly. So less than sign here, you have no equal sign in the answer. Okay, so let's look at that real quick, because most of you are correct. So 2 minus 3x less than 6. So you have -3x, 6 minus 2, which is 4. We need to divide by -3. So the -3 will cancel. And now you're changing your direction because you divided by a negative number here. So greater than -4 on 3. And no equal sign like that. Don't do that. So yeah, this one, okay, you have an equal sign, this one. I'm not sure, maybe that's meant to be 4 on 3. I'm not sure about this one. That should have a negative. 3 on 4 should be -4 on 3. So just check what you did here. That should have a negative. That's okay. I know what you mean. And that should be 4. Okay, so it's a few errors there. So let's keep going and see if you can fix it up. But if you made a mistake, take note of that and try to fix it quickly as I wrote it. Okay, next one. Okay, not too difficult. So just put your x's together on the left side. All right, move your x's on the left and put your numbers on the right. Do that one. Achapal, are you putting in the chat box? Can you type into the item pool here? The address is up here. Okay, because I may not see it if you're putting in the chat. Yeah. So go back to the, yeah, if you don't put in the here, I'm not going to see your answer later on because I'll record automatically from the item pool. So stick in the item pool dialog box there. Okay, let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We've got similar answers there. There's, well, a half. So let's see what happened here. Let's get the marker up. So 5x plus 4 less than or equal to 3 minus 3x. So let's get your x's together. If you bring your negative 3x, you'll get 8x on the left side. When you take your 4 over, you'll get 3 minus 4, which is negative 1. So then we divide by 8 both sides. So x will be less than or equal to negative 1 on 8. Like that. Okay, so signs okay. Just a couple of error here, maybe. That's, I'm not sure, is that negative? We should have a negative there anyway. Negative here. Most of them look okay. All right, so that's that one. So let's look at the next one. Okay, a bit bigger numbers, but quite simple to do. So try that one. Not too hard. So now we have a as the variable, but the method is the same. Okay, 13 answers. Keep going. Get a few more out. Okay, let's count down. So if you haven't done it, stick something in. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 7, 3, what are we at? 12, 12, 12, 12, 14 at the bottom. So let's see what happened here. And notice there's no equal sign. There's no equal sign here. So, boy, what happened there? I want to do the answer. So they shouldn't change. So 32 minus 4a greater than negative 16. How can it shouldn't be finished? That's weird. I'm going to solve it now anyway. We're going to stop. So negative 4a greater than negative 16 minus 32. Negative 4a greater than 48, negative 48. Divide by negative 4, both sides. Cancel. But now you divide it by a negative number. So a must be less than negative 48 on negative 4 is 12. So you should have this answer here, which is the same as this one here, okay? Okay, here's your next one. I must have accidentally clicked a button, so let's begin accepting answers. Okay, just a bit of rearranging there, not too much. So P, now your variable is P. So try that one. Okay, let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So let's see what happened here. What do we got? -2, -3. Let's see. So 4p plus 14 greater than -16 minus 6p. So put your p's together. So you'll have 10p on the left greater than -16 minus 14. 10p greater than -30, not 20. I think that's what that student did there. So -30. Divide by 10 both sides. So P will be greater than -3. So these look okay. -2, I think you wrote 20 and not 30. That's all. The rest look okay. Right, let's see what is the next one. Yeah, with the other class, this is as far as I got. So let's see if we can do this one. We only have about 6 minutes. So try this one. You may need a calculator for some things. Okay, be quick with this, only a couple of minutes left. Get a number in there. Okay, let's count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. 98 less than or equal to negative 98, possibly. Okay, so let's look at the calculation. Pen. So we got negative 6x on 7 plus 8 greater than or equal to 92. So we can't do much with the 7 yet, so we would move the 8. So you're going to get negative 6x on 7 greater than or equal to 84. And then multiply both sides by 7. So that this 7 will cancel this one. So negative 6x greater than or equal to 588. Okay, and then we just divide by negative 6 now. Both sides. That will cancel. So x will be less than or equal to negative 98. So that one's not correct. You'd have to check you're working with that one. And remember to carry your sign because you have an equals here. then your answer should also have equals in it. So don't drop that when you do your working. So that's the final answer there. Well, I think we'll stop there because we've run out of time. There's a few more questions, but we may do a little bit tomorrow. And I'm going to send you the homework sheet today, so very soon. And you can start on that as soon as you can, actually. It'll be due in a few days, maybe Sunday night or something. So, because it's not really that long. Okay, so let's stop there. And I'll talk to you tomorrow then. And I'm going to send you a new sheet. I'll probably do that today as well. So download that to your tablet, okay? All right, see you later. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher. Bye bye.
Thanks, bye-bye.